It's my joy having you here, showing you WAEC question related to arithmetic progression. Now, first let's learn arithmetic progression from the beginning. Now, problem 1, determine the next two terms in the series. We have 3, 6, 9, 12. What's the difference between 6 and 3? 6 minus 3 will give us 3. Add 3 to 6 will give us 9. So the common difference here is 3. So the next two terms will be 15 and 18. Find the next three terms in the series. We have 9, 5, 1. Now, if I add anything to 9, will it give me 5? No. So what about if I remove 4? It will give me 5. If I remove another 4 from 5, it will give me 1. So that is, and to control like that, if I remove 4 from 1, give me minus 3. So the common difference here is minus 4. Minus 4 is the common difference here. Okay. At the end of this question, we should be able to solve this question very correctly, and I'll be giving you some class exercise you should work with. For instance, now we want to work with what is the 25th term of 5, 9, 13. How do we solve it? Now we have here t25 is equals to a plus into bracket n minus 1 close bracket d. The a is the first term and the d is the common difference. Now the nth term is the 25th term they're asking us to look for, and that is our nth term. That is why we're having t25 in the question. So this is the formula we use for solving arithmetic progression. Okay. For instance, we have our numbers to be 5, 9, 13. The first thing we have to look for is the common difference. Now what's the common difference here? If you add 4 to 5, it will give us 9. If you add 4 to 9, it will give us 13. Can you see it? 5 plus 4 give us 9. And 9 plus 4 again, what will it give us? Okay, I can hear you say 13. Okay, so it will give us 13. So our common difference, and which is our d, it is what? Plus 4, and that is 4. A is our first term. The first number there is what? Is it not 5? Okay, so 5 is our first number. So A is the first number. So now they're asking us to find the 25th term of this arithmetic progression. So t25 is equals to a, which is our first term, which is 5, and n minus 1, that is 25 minus 1. I remember I told you nth term. Our n there is what? 25. They're asking us to find the 25th term, and our common difference there is 4. Okay, 5 plus into bracket 25 minus 1 is 24. And 4, okay, that's going to be 5 plus 24 times 4. To open that bracket is you have to multiply them. So what is 24 times 4? Okay, try to calculate it. What are you going to have? 24 times 4. Are you there? Okay, 24 times 4 will give us what? So it will give us 5 plus 96. 24 times 4 is 96. Okay, now add them together. What do you have? You have 101 as your answer. So t25 is equals to 101. So if you have any question, put it in the inbox box below. I will be fast on it to answer you. Okay, find the fifth term of 8 over 9 comma minus 4 over 3 comma 2. Now we are asked to find the common difference here first. Before we find the fifth term, we have to find the common difference. Now this one is not what you will plus or minus to get your next value. This is a different thing. You have to multiply. What are we multiplying by? You have 5 seconds to answer that. Okay, now I believe you should have your answer. We're going to multiply by minus 3 over 2. 2 here 1. 2 here 4, 3 here 1, 3 here 3. So we are left with minus there. So minus 4 over 3 as our final answer. Minus 4 over 3. You should be conversant with your fraction, how to divide, stuff like that. So and that is what we have there, minus 4 over 3. We are still times it again by minus 3 over 2. What do you have? You still 2 here 1, 2 here 2, 3 here. We cancel 3 here. I remember minus will cancel minus. So the minus will cancel minus. So we're left with 2. Okay. The common difference here is minus 3 over 2. Now this is quite different from using the arithmetic progression formula Tn is equals to a plus into bracket n minus 1 close the bracket d. Now don't use that formula to solve this, because this we did not add or subtract minus 3 over 2 from 8 over 9. We instead of adding it or subtracting it, we rather multiply. So this is a wrong way of solving. Let me show you a wrong way of solving it, so that you should not attempt that mostly in your WAEC or any other exams. You can meet this. Okay, for instance, I'm going to be using the arithmetic progression formula for the fifth term. We are looking for the fifth term, which is T5. The first term here is 8/9, and that is A. A means the first term. You should have conversant with that. Okay, so now our fifth term is 5, and 5 minus 1, that is n minus 1, which is 5 minus 1. Common difference is minus 3/2. So 8/9 plus 5 minus 1 is 4, plus 4 times minus 3/2. Or put your minus sign, minus 3/2 times minus 3/2. Okay, 2 here 1, 2 into 4 is 2. Okay, so we are left with 2 times minus 3, that's 8/9 minus 6, because plus times minus 2 times 3, that is 6, plus minus 6. Okay, so that will be 8/9. Plus times minus is minus, so it will be 8/9 minus 6. What is going to be LCM of 8/9 and minus 6? That is going to be 9. So 9 divided by 9 will give us 1. 1 times 8 is 8. The same thing, 9 divided by invisible over 1 there. Yeah, invisible over 1 there will give us 9. So 9 times 6. So 9 times 6 will give us 54. 54. So this is going to be 8 minus 54. 8 minus 54 will give us 46. Yes, 46 minus 46/9. Minus 46/9. And this will give us a mixed fraction of 5 whole number 1/9. Yes, because if we divide 46 by 9 to give us 9 times 5, that is 45, remainder 1. So 5 whole number 1/9. Now if you solve it in the right way, now you see that you're going to have a different answer when you try to verify. So this is the correct way you should solve it. I just showed you the wrong way of solving it now, so don't go and make that mistake. Now I'm going to show you the correct way of solving it now. This is the correct way of solving it. Now let's verify and see if our answer is correct. This is the correct way to solve it. 2 times minus 3/2. Remember that the common difference there is minus 3/2, and we are multiplying. So what did it give us? It gave us minus 3. So the next number after 2 should be minus 3. Okay, the fourth. So we are looking for the fifth term. So that is the fourth term. Now the next number after minus 3 should be fifth term. So multiply it again by minus 3/2. What do you have? Minus 3 times minus 3 will give us 9. So 9 divided by 2 should be our final answer. So our answer 9/2 is different from the wrong way we solve it, the first way. The reason behind this is because of we multiply to get our common difference. For the other ones, where you either subtract or add. So keep this with you. At it. Okay, let's proceed so I can reveal to you all other solvings that you can meet up in WAEC. The 6th term of an AP is 17 and the 13th term is 38. Determine the 19th term. Now for the 6th term, we have equals to A plus into bracket n minus 1 close to bracket D. Now the T6, remember, is equals to 17 if you recall. Okay, and the 13th term is equals to 38. So A plus into bracket n minus 1 close to bracket D. Now this is equation 2. Like I said, to solve the 13th term, which is T13, be able to know what A plus into bracket n minus 1 and substitution method. I will teach you here equation 2. Okay. Now so for T6 is equals to 13. Remember, the system is equal to 17. Since T6 is equal to A, so we're going to use that now to solve this. And it gave us the common difference for the both of them. A plus into bracket 6 minus 1. Instead of me to write T6 now, D is equal to 17. The answer they gave to us. I'm going to solve this. This is going to be A plus 6 minus 1 is 5. D, which equals to what? 17. This is equation 3. What I got from equation 1. Now I'm going to go to equation 13 now. Equation 2, which is T13. And T13 is equals to what? The 13th term is equals to what? 38 from the question. So I'm going to write it back. A plus into bracket n is 13. So 13 minus 1 into bracket D, and which is equals to 38. Okay, so I'm going to solve this now. A plus 13 minus 1 will give us 12. 12D is equals to 38. Call this equation 4. So is mathematics sweet? Mathematics is the simplest thing on earth. Make sure you know that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to bring out equation 3 and equation 4 together. I'm going to write them out together. So for equation 3 we have A plus 5D is equals to 17. And for equation 4 we have A plus 12D equals to 38. So I cannot do away with the other ones. I can clean them off. So now I have to eliminate first. Now there's A there, there's also A downward in equation 3 and equation 4. So if just putting a common minus sign there, we eliminate A, because I don't want to look for two unknown. I just only need one unknown so I can get it. So I have to eliminate one of those unknown so I can be able to get one of the known values. For now, I'm going to put down my minus sign there. If I put my minus sign there, I'm going to achieve 0. A minus A is 0. You get that? So for the other ones, we have 5D. Minus times plus will give us minus. So 5D minus 12D. What will it give us? It will give us minus 7D. Check it. Use your calculator. What do you have? Okay, minus 7D. Okay, equals to let me write it again. So minus 7D equals to minus 17 minus 38. Do you know why we have the minus 38? Because of the minus sign I introduced at that bracket. You get that? Okay, so minus 38. So 17 minus 38, what will it give us? Use your calculator. What do you have? You have, okay, minus 21. So now we can divide both sides by what? Minus 7. So minus 7 cancel minus 7. Minus will cancel minus, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. So our common difference here is 3. Now I can input this into either equation 3 or equation 4. Any of the equation. So let me put this into equation 3 rather. Okay, so A plus 5D. Instead of that 5D now, I have 5 times 3. That D is going to be 3. The reason behind it is that I should be able to look for my unknown A, my A value, which is our first term. So 5 times 3 equals to 17. So A plus 5 times 3 is 15. So A plus 15 equals to 17. Now A is equals to, collect like term, take 15 to the other side, 17 minus 15, which is going to give us 2. So A is equals to 2. Our first term is 2. Common difference is what? Is 3. So we have solved that now using that first two terms they gave us, the 13th term and the 6th term. We use them using the elimination and substitution method to get our first term and our common difference. With this now we can go henceforth and find our 19th term. That is T19 is equals to A plus into bracket n minus 1 close the bracket D. Now we just substitute for common difference of 3 there, which is our common difference, which is 3 there, and first term, which is 2 there. Can you see how simple it is? So let me show you how we solve that. So for the 19th term now, we call A, our first term is equals to 2, which is A. The common difference is equals to 3. Okay, so now solving this now, have a clear view. T19, which is our 19th term, equals to A plus into bracket n minus 1 close the bracket D. A is 2 plus nth term there is 19 minus 1. Difference there is 3. So 2 plus 19 minus 1, 18 into bracket D, into bracket 3. That's 18 times 3 if you want to open the bracket. So 2 plus 18 times 3, what will it give us? To give us around 54. So 54, 2 plus 54 is equals to 56. Is this not very simple? Please make sure you like and subscribe. Encourage this video by sending it to your peers, your friends all over, so that they can also get in touch with this and understand it very well, so you all can also pass your exams very well. And this will also encourage YouTube to put this video as the first page on their web. So let's go and proceed to the sum of the nth term. How do we find the sum of the nth term? Okay, how do we come to derive this formula? I will show you how we come to derive this formula. First of all, we have to look for the average value of our last term and the first term. So the average value of a plus l should be what? Divided by 2. So when a plus l is divided by 2, so the average sum, we have it there, average sum of the nth term is equals to the first term plus the last term, then we divide it by 2. That's the average sum. Okay, and you all know what is a plus l. A is the first term, l is the last term, and we call the last term is equals to the sum of the nth term. Okay, sum of the nth term. We call the last term is equals to this last term here. Okay, the sum of the nth term, we have the inclusion of n, yes, there. So a plus l into bracket 2. Okay, sum of the nth term. We just look for the average sum. So this is sum of the nth term. Now the last term is equals to a plus into bracket n minus 1, close the bracket d. Do you recall? Okay, now we're going to substitute this last term for this last term as a plus into bracket n minus 1, close the bracket d, into that bracket there for the sum of the nth term. Now let us see how we're going to do this now. So bring down this, bring back this n into bracket a plus l over 2, close the bracket. Now I'm going to input this, my values for l, which is a plus into bracket n minus 1, close the bracket d. So the sum of the nth term now will be equals to the nth, which is the n into bracket a plus, so instead of me to write l, I'll write rather what I have for my last term as a plus into bracket n minus 1 d. So I'll write my n first, followed by into bracket a plus a plus into bracket n minus 1, close your bracket, then your d, remember your n is divided by 2 because of the division of 2. You are going to factor out that 2 out, so it should be n divided by 2. Okay, so into bracket a plus into bracket n minus 1, close the bracket d. I'm just recalling what I just wrote. Okay, so divided by 2, n is divided by 2. So that gave us a formula which is going to be n divided by 2 into bracket your a plus a. A plus a is what? Let me cycle it so that you can see it very well. Now a plus a is what? Is 2a plus into bracket n minus 1 close the bracket d. So that is how we derive the formula for the summation of the nth term. I believe this explains this topic very better. Now let us have 1 or 2 examples concerning this so that we can know how to solve this. When we see a question like this, we will not be baffled about it in the exam. The sum of 7 terms of an AP is 35, and the common difference is 1.2. Determine the first term of the series. So we have to determine the first term using the sum of the nth term. Anytime you hear the word sum,
use the summation of the term. So Sn is equals to n over 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 close bracket d. So for the seventh term now, which is S7, from the question, the sum of the seventh term is equals to 35. So 35 is equals to n over 2 into bracket 2a plus into bracket n minus 1 close the bracket d. Please like and subscribe, comment. It encourages these videos to be shown on the top page of YouTube. So please invite your friends for them to like and subscribe to also understand this better like you. So S7, which is the seventh term, which is 7 over 2 into bracket 2a plus 7 minus 1 close the bracket d. The difference, the common difference they have been given to us, which is 1.2. okay, 1.2. So that is our common difference. Common difference there is 1.2. It is given to us in the question. Common difference is 1.2. So 35 is equals to 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So 2a, a is what we are looking for the first time. So once we have the first term, we'll be able to solve for the first term of the arithmetic progression. So into bracket 7 minus 1, and 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 times 1.2 will give us 7.2 as our final answer. So 7.2 as our final answer. Okay, so we'll go henceforth to open this bracket. We have 35 equals to 3.5 times 2a. So if we want to open the bracket, 3.5 times 2, which is going to give us 7a. 3.5 again times 7.2, 25.8. I'll be 0.2 rather, 25.2. Okay. So collect like term, 7a is equals to 35 minus 25.2. When you collect your like term, take 25 to the other side. So 35 minus 25.2. So 7a equals to 9.8. 7a should be equals to 9.8. 35 minus 25.2 is 9.8. Divide both sides by 7. 7 cancel 7. 9.8 divided by 7. Check your calculator. What do you have? 1.4. So first time is equals to 1.4. Now we can use this to solve or find the first term. So we're going to use that to find the first term of the arithmetic progression, which is T1 equals to A plus into bracket n minus 1 close the bracket d. What is your answer? Try to get your answer before I finish solving. It's very simple. Do you believe with me that math is the simplest thing on earth? Watch more of my videos and see more of it. Okay, now first term of the arithmetic progression. T1 is equals to A plus into bracket n minus 1 close the bracket d. A, which is our first term, is 1.4 plus n minus 1. 1 minus 1 is what? Is 0. So 0 times anything will give us what? 0. So 0 times the common difference, maybe it is 10. I don't want to know. Okay, common difference is 1.2. So 1 minus 1 is what? Is 0. So 0 times 1.2 is 0. So our final answer is 1.4. So our first term will be 1.4. Please like and subscribe once more. Share these videos to those who will benefit. Next question. Find the sum of the first 21 terms of the series. 3.5, 4.1, 4.7, 5.3. The first term there is 3.5. Okay. From this question now, we have to find the 21st term. And that is 21 divided by 2. for your n there is 21 because of the 21st term, divided by 2 into bracket 2a, that is 2 times what? 3.5 plus 21 minus 1.
So in this place, to find the common difference, I have to look at the arithmetic progression. The first term there was 3.5, the second term is 4.1. So 4.1 minus 3.5, what do you have? Let's check it out. 4.1 minus 3.5. Okay. Borrow 1 cannot minus 5, so borrow 1, so that is 11, and that is remaining 3 there. So 11 minus 5 is 6, 3 minus 2 is 0, so we have 0.6. So if you add 0.6 continually, you get the next term, get the next term. So the common difference there is 0.6. Okay, that's 0.6. Okay, so now 21 divided by 2 will give us 10.5. 2 times 3.5 will give us 7, plus 21 minus 1 will give us 20, times 0.6. So now we'll be having 10.5 into bracket 7 plus 20 times 0.6 will give us 12. So that's going to be 10.5 times 7 plus 12 is 19. So we have 10.5 times 12 times 19. So punch your calculator now. What do you have? 10.5 times 19. You have 5 seconds to do that. What do you have? 199.5. Okay, 199.5. That is our final answer. Now I'm sure that you have basic knowledge on arithmetic progression. Now the next video will be about geometric progression. Any question you have on arithmetic, throw it now. Now this is a class exercise for you. Find the sum of the first 21st term. The second one say find the 11th term of the